When selecting the proper size of the physio ball for the athlete, it's important that you make sure that the knees are at least at 90 degrees. As the athlete rolls down on the physio ball, the lower back to upper back should be supported. Arms are crossed in front of the body, and they perform a controlled movement up as well as down, really focusing the movement in the abs. Other variations can be incorporated with fingertips on the ears, as well as a balance exercise where one leg is lifted off the ground. This obviously makes the exercise a little more difficult. Weight can also be added to the exercise. Holding the weight like a steering wheel in front of the chest and crunching up. This is a very small movement, but it's a very good movement in focusing the movement strictly in the abs. Physio ball sit-up. This exercise is performed just like the physio ball crunch, but a full sit-up is done on the physio ball. Again, instruct the athlete to come down to the crunch position, form a full sit-up. Hands on the ears. Other variations, the arms crossed in front of the body. Tempo is very good at this exercise as well. The 3 count up, 3, 2, 1, down. Weight can also be used in this exercise. Just like in the crunch, you hold the weight chest, all the way down, all the way up. What's good about using the physio ball is it allows the athlete to really get a good stretch of the abdominals. Really work through the range of motion while supporting the lower back. Physio ball V-up. During this exercise, instruct the athlete to come behind the physio ball on their knees, roll out into a push-up position, supporting the knees, and instruct the athlete to lift the hips as high as possible. Really focus the movement again in the abdominals. Lift the hips as high as possible, pause at the top, and then back down. It's also important that the athlete does not hyperextend the lower back as they come down in the bottom position. Physio ball knee-ups. Just like the physio ball V-up, instruct the athlete to come behind the physio ball, roll out on the physio ball in a push-up position, supporting the shins. Instruct the athlete to pull the knees in as far as possible, and then back out. It's important to try to keep the hips down as low as possible, really contract the abs, and pull the knees into the chest. A variation of this exercise can be done, a more advanced exercise, by lifting a leg and pulling the knee into the chest. What you do to one side should do to the other. Physio ball sit-up with a medicine ball throw. This exercise is done just like a sit-up. Now we're going to incorporate a medicine ball throw with this exercise. The athlete might have to sit a little bit forward on the physio ball as you throw the medicine ball towards them. Toss the ball just above the head, and they use the momentum of the sit-up to throw the ball back. Good. Physio ball back extension. Have the athlete roll out on the physio ball just like in the physio ball V-up. With this exercise, the athlete will need to be supported by another athlete to make sure that the hips are in the center of the ball. Cross the arms in front of the body. Perform the exercise by rolling down, good roll in the back, and up. Make sure that you do not hyperextend the lower back. Really focus the movement in the lower back. Variations of this exercise can be done with fingertips on the ears, as well as performing a twist at the top of the movement. Weight can also be used with this exercise. Handing weight to the athlete and have them put the weight behind the head or on the upper back. During this exercise, if you do not have another athlete to assist, pushing your feet against the wall will help to anchor your feet into the wall so you do not roll off the physio ball. Have the athlete sit on a physio ball while holding a plate. They'll hold the plate like a steering wheel and rotate from side to side. Again, this is a very good rotational exercise that incorporates a bit of balance. Other variations of this exercise might be lifting a foot off the ground while doing the exercise. Physio ball, Russian twist with a medicine ball throw. Have the athlete sit on the physio ball, but also have a second athlete anchor their feet by either standing on their feet or holding it with their hands. As they come down into the Russian twist start position, you'll throw a medicine ball and they'll toss it back. Emphasize rotation of the trunk. Excellent. What you do to one side should be done to the other. As the athlete comes down, toss the ball, you rotate, use the momentum to throw the ball back. Medicine ball trunk twist while sitting on a physio ball. The athlete will perform a trunk twist, but then we'll throw a medicine ball towards the athlete. Good rotation is critical for this exercise. What you do on one side, you should do to the other. Push-up stabilization with the physio ball. Instruct the athlete to roll out onto the physio ball into a push-up position. The ankles and feet should be supported in this exercise. This is an isometric exercise and should be done for a desired amount of time. During this exercise, it's important that the athlete maintains a good flat back. This is the key to the exercise. Contraction of the abdominals with the belly button pushing through the spine is critical. During this exercise, many variations can be used. A more advanced exercise might be to lift the foot off the physio ball. Alternate to both sides and hold for anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. Another variation might be to pull a knee into the chest while leaving the physio ball. It is critical to make sure that the back continues to stay flat. As they get fatigued, you'll start to see more and more hyperextension of the lower back. Physio ball bridge, the supine position. Instruct the athlete to sit on the physio ball and roll out into a bridge where the upper back is supported. During this exercise, anterior tilt of the pelvis is critical. Start with a normal position. Now, what you want to instruct the athlete to do is to take the belly button and push it through the lower back. This, you should be able to feel a contraction of the abdominals and really flatten the lower back. Variations of this exercise can be incorporated by raising knees up and alternating that. This adds instability to the exercise, forces the athlete to focus on controlling the movement. Continue to watch and make sure they are pushing their belly button through or contracting the abs. Other variations might be to extend the knee, as well as extend the knee and hold that position for a period of time. Physio ball balance. This is an advanced balance exercise where the athlete tries to balance on their stomach without touching their hands or their feet to the ground. A nice soft grass is critical for this exercise. Don't attempt this on concrete. Next movement in this exercise is try to have the athlete come up to their knees on the physio ball. Again, working the knees and the upper body to roll up onto the ball. Good upright position. From this position, you can throw medicine balls or have the athlete twist. The next, more advanced part of this exercise is to actually have the athlete stand on the physio ball. This is difficult and should only be done by an experienced athlete. Foot underneath the body. Find a good balance point. Take your time. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to stand. Again, from this position, you can toss medicine balls to the athlete, create instability in the exercise. To do this on the grass allows for the physio ball not to move. Good job.